The Premier League title race has opened up. Only 8 games in, and Manchester City have lost twice. Not just losing twice, but twice consecutively in a row for the first time in God knows how long. They've just capitulated in the last week, Man City. Out the Carabao Cup, lost it against Wolves and completely lost it yesterday. I mean, I can't remember the last time ever. This is probably the first time it's ever happened that Man City registered, or a Pep Guardiola team, let's say, have registered 4 shots on goal for the entire 90 minutes. Remember last season, they only registered 5 at Old Trafford. Not on target, overall attempts. And for a Pep Guardiola team that has an attacking, always front foot philosophy, it's poor. And I know they're missing key components, Rodri, De Bruyne, but that's no excuse. That City side, Bernardo Silva, Alvarez, Haaland, Ake, Gvardiol, a really good defence, a good Kovacic, a great midfield as well. Obviously not the same without De Bruyne and Rodri, but still a good midfield. Should be doing better than that. And I think that it played exactly into Arsenal's hands, and they're the home team. And City just cracked under the pressure. I feel like Arsenal, they weren't too great themselves. I hear a lot of people bigging them up. I think if City had a stronger team, I think that would have been a different game, a different result. But I think that Arsenal, look, they gave it a go. They couldn't really create too many clear-cut opportunities. But I felt that the way that they managed the game, that you don't always have to create 20, 30 shots on goal to say that you've had a great performance. Sometimes it's about the fine margins. It's about scoring the only goal, and it's about how you lead up to that goal. And they did keep pushing. And as I say, the chances weren't great, but I think the build-up was more important. How they sort of slowed the game down at times and then sped it up. How they went for City, even though that, they sort of lacked, not confidence, but I think they just both sides lacked just that little bit of finesse in the final third. But in the end, Arsenal kept pushing, and boy, did it pay off. You've got to feel sorry for Nathan Ake. Failed to score a chance in the opening few minutes for City. An absolute sitter, blazed over the bar, and then scores for Arsenal. An own goal, deflected own goal, off the strike of Martinelli, off his head. And you've got to feel for the guy, because he's been one of my favourite Man City players for the last 2 years now. Absolutely exceptional player, Nathan Ake. But yesterday he just capitulated completely, and it wasn't exactly his fault because the team weren't exactly at it either. But I just thought Arsenal took advantage, and rightly so. And look, that completely opens a really, really wide gap now for Liverpool, for Arsenal themselves, for Spurs. I don't think Spurs will win the league, but because I don't think they've got enough legs, I don't think they've got enough players, but I think Liverpool will definitely have a crack. I think they've got something special. Liverpool definitely have some components that are good enough to win this league. Not comfortably. I don't think anybody, even if it is City, I don't think anybody's going to win this league by what we've been used to seeing the last few years, where they're 10 plus points clear. I think it's going to be a lot tighter. Chelsea are starting to come back. Man United are scraping the odd result here and there. I don't think that they're going to exactly push for the title. But look, yesterday's result was remarkable in many senses. It wasn't the most entertaining of fixtures between these two teams that we've seen over the past few years. But I feel like Arsenal, they've got one back on their rivals, because Man City have basically bullied them. It's like that kid bullying the other kid in the playground, and eventually, a few years later, it's taken 7 years, and that kid has stood up to the bully and is just beaten him. And what a massive impact this could have on this season. And we're only 8 games in. I know there's always title talk every season around this time, but why not? Why can't we? Why can't we big up teams like Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs? Why can't we be adventurous and have an imagination that can go anywhere it wants? Nobody predicted this time last year that Newcastle would finish where they did. Nobody at all. I don't even think anybody predicted Arsenal would finish second. That just shows the magic of the Premier League. Look, I still think Man City will win the league. I really do. I think that they have enough. I think that they always manage to prove people wrong. I think that this is a classic Man City thing where they spend sort of early to late autumn in sort of second gear, and then come the end of winter, they just batter everybody they play, they outclass everybody, and they storm the title by 5 to 10 points. Having said that, I did say earlier on in the video that I don't think that'll happen. So I do think they'll win the league, but not by multiple points. I think it might be a single figure lead in terms of points, but I think it'll be a very, 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 very narrow lead. But we'll just see what happens, guys. Leave your thoughts below, comment below. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Who is winning the Premier League this year, and how big has that result and performance, how big has it pushed Arsenal towards the title race? Let me know what you think. And until then, catch you guys later.